Well, it's about that time for the 2026 NFL draft 2 weeks away. So I'm gonna do my Mr. Dugai first round of all the teams mock draft. Before I get into this video, man, special thanks to all my channel tippers for the donations, especially after my channel got hacked. I greatly appreciate it. And if you want to tip the channel as well, Cash App information down in the description box. Also, if you want to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, that information down in the description box. If you're a subscriber to the channel, greatly appreciate the love and support. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification button, like the video, and share it with your folks. I'm gonna do my Mr. Dugai mock draft, man. All 32. I'm not adding trades and all that other stuff. Just from where all the teams are positioned at the moment. I'm gonna just give my mock draft, basically saying if I were the GM, who would I pick in this position? Obviously, the draft ain't gonna go this way, but this is just my thoughts on it. I think we all could agree with the number one pick. The Las Vegas Raiders gonna take Fernando Mendoza, quarterback of Indiana. Look, I know a lot of people on the Ty Simpson hype train. Fernando Mendoza is clear and by far the best quarterback in this draft. Like he's just clear and by far the best quarterback in this draft. The Raiders got a good quarterback situation. You got a vet like Kirk Cousins in the building. So Mendoza either could start right away and have a solid backup to learn from, or slowly take his time before he get behind before he get under center. But I think we all got no brainer. The Las Vegas Raiders taking Fernando Mendoza with the number one pick. With the number two pick, I got the New York Jets taking Avril Reese, linebacker from Ohio State. Freak show, and obviously the Jets need a ton of players, so I got them going him. Number three pick, I would if I was the Cardinals GM, the number three pick, I got the Arizona Cardinals taking Jeremiah Love, running back from Notre Dame. Hear me out. Like, I know they got James Conner there, though James Conner is getting a little long in the tooth. Um, and they kind of look like they punting on this season as far as a quarterback is concerned. But look, I feel like Jeremiah Love is a guy that could put butts in the seats over there in Glendale, Arizona. And then next year you look for your quarterback and whatnot. You got Marvin Harrison Jr. You got Michael Wilson had a really nice resurgence last year. You got Trey McBride, who's a really really solid tight end. You got some good weapons over there in Arizona, and to add a dynamic running back that run a 4-3 with over 200 pounds like Jeremiah Love. If I'm the Cardinals GM, I'm taking him at three. With the number four pick, I got the Tennessee Titans taking Sonny Styles, linebacker from Ohio State. Look, another freak show. They need some defensive players. Robert Sala. This could quote unquote be like his Fred Warner type of player. So I think that's the route. If I was Tennessee, that's the route I would go. Now for in my division, the rival with the fifth pick, I would have the New York Giants taking Caleb Downs, safety from Ohio State. Ohio State got a lot of players in this thing this year. Look, I think personally he's the best football player besides Jeremiah Love in the draft. I think he's the best defensive football player. Caleb Downs is a playmaker. He's a leader. He's an alpha dog. If I'm the Giants, and the mock draft go the way it's going. If I'm them, I'm taking that guy on my back end of my defense. In Caleb Downs. Harbaugh come from Baltimore. He had a really talented safety like Kyle Hamilton, similar as far as his measurables were questioned at the combine, but his production was off the charts. Caleb Downs is the same type of player. They question his speed and his size and all that other stuff. But dude is a ball and a football player. If I'm the New York Giants, I'm taking him with the fifth pick. I got the sixth pick. I got the Cleveland Browns taking Francis Muaga. I probably said his name wrong. I apologize. Tackle from Miami. Cleveland is pretty much, they pretty much good on the defensive side of the ball. Add some people, whoever the hell the quarterback gonna be. Add the best tackle in the draft to go there and give them a little protection. So if I was Cleveland, that's what I would do. With the seventh pick, I would another rival, division rival. With the 7th pick, I have the Washington Commanders taking Ruben Bain, edge rusher from Miami. Now, look, I know they just played Iowa a lot of money. I think that's how you say his name from the Chargers. But they need somebody on that other side. They tried to roll Von Miller out of retirement, out the retirement home last year. That didn't really go too well. Washington needs pass rushing, man. And Ruben Bain, though, once again, similar to Caleb Downs, his measurables are in question. He's a powerful, very physical, very productive player, and he did it in their biggest of games. He played his best. So if I'm the Washington Commanders, I'm taking Ruben Bain with the 7th pick. With the 8th pick, I got the New Orleans Saints taking David Bailey, edge rusher from Texas Tech. You know, they lost Cam Jordan. You got, you got dang it, I can't think of his damn name, man. Like the dude from Ohio State, that was the number two damn pick in the draft, man. I can't believe I can't think of I'm picturing him, but I can't think of his damn name, man. But you got him on the other side, man. And then with Cam Jordan finally, not really retiring, but he's not on the roster. The Saints could use somebody, that could get after the quarterback, man. So I think David Bailey on the other side, rushing the passer, I think would be a nice addition for them. And I apologize. I can't believe I forget the damn pass rushing name for the Saints that was started off with Washington and all that, man. I'm looking at his face. Number 2 pick in the draft. I just can't think of his damn name, man. With the 9th pick, I got the Kansas City Chiefs taking Mansour Delane, cornerback from LSU. Go Tigers. Look, I mean, I think it would be a no-brainer. They traded away basically all their corners. So replace them. You give them away, replace them. And Mansour Delane, to me, is by far the best corner in the draft. Got a lot of Darrelle Revis traits. Great ball skills, physical, plays with a swagger, not afraid to tackle. I think that's somebody that Steve Spagnuolo could really use on the back end of his defense. So I got the Kansas City Chiefs taking Mansour Delane with the 9th pick. With the 10th pick, I got the Cincinnati Bengals taking Dylan Thieneman. I apologize if I pronounce his name wrong. The safety from Oregon. Obviously, Cincinnati needs defense, and more defense. And with this guy from Oregon, man, he ran a really, really good 40, very, very athletic, and he's a guy you could put on your back end and could first see everything and make plays on that back end, man. So I think that's right up the alley what Cincinnati needs. With the 11th pick, I got the Miami Dolphins taking Carnell Tate, wide receiver from Ohio State. Look, they lost 2 receivers. Tyreek Hill is not there, and not there anymore. They traded away Jalen Waddle to the Denver Broncos. Malik Wilson needs somebody to throw the ball to. So, and arguably the best receiver, in the draft is Carnell Tate. So, I think that's the route that they go, man. I think they go get Carnell Tate and to start building back the weapons on the offensive side of the ball. With the 12th pick of the draft, the Dallas Cowboys, and I just want to let all you Dallas Cowboy fans know sincerely from the bottom of my heart, I don't like y'all. I can't stand y'all. And just because I ain't got 16,000 followers right now and I got to start this damn channel all over, that don't mean the hatred for y'all asses went away. But I'm going to be fair here and I'm going to play nice. But if I was y'all, which I'm glad I'm not, the 12th pick, I got the Dallas Cowboys taking Gerald McCoy, the cornerback from Tennessee. Look, Dallas needs, just similar to the Cincinnati Bengals, Dallas needs defense, and more defense. And, the number 2 corner, the second best corner in the draft, McCoy, I think would be a good pickup for them. They need people in that secondary, especially, I hate that he over there, but my guy, Christian Parker, who was the defensive back coach for my Philadelphia Eagles, what way to get him going in his first year to start his tenure over there, and to get somebody in the secondary farm. So if I'm the Dallas Cowboys, I'll take Jared McCoy. With the 13th pick, I got the Los Angeles Rams taking Spencer Fano. I think that's how you say his name, tackle from Utah. Uh, the Rams could use some offensive line help. They pretty much got damn near everything they need, so they could use somebody on the offensive line to protect, an older but very still productive. Obviously, was the MVP of the league, but a older Matthew Stafford. With the 14th pick, I got the Baltimore Ravens selecting Makai Lemon, wide receiver from USC. Look, gotta get Lamar Jackson some weapons, man. He lost damn near all his tight ends. You know what I'm saying? He needs somebody to throw the ball to. You got Zay Flowers, then you ain't really got another receiver that really, really put fear in opposing defenses like that. So if I'm the Baltimore Ravens, I'm taking Makai Lemon out of USC with the 14th pick. With the 15th pick, I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking C.J. Allen, linebacker from Georgia. Look, Levante David retires. You slide C.J. Allen right in. You slide a linebacker right in. To me, it's a no-brainer. Good player, by the way, as well. With the 16th pick, I got the New York Jets taking Monroe Freeling, tackle from Georgia. Now, look, I know some people think that they will go Ty Simpson at this spot. I just don't think Ty Simpson is that great of a prospect. I think the New York Jets are really looking forward to the 2027 draft to really try to take off and get their franchise quarterback. But what better way to bring in a quarterback at 27 than to get him some to have a protection in place by the time he get there? So for me, I got the New York Jets taking Monroe Freeling, tackle from Georgia, with the 16th pick. With the 17th pick, I got the Detroit Lions taking Oliver Vega, the guard from Penn State. I know I probably said his name wrong, but Detroit needs some people on the interior line, man. Detroit had issues on the interior offensive line, so I think they go with the best guard, arguably, in the draft and add to that interior line. With the 18th pick, I got the Minnesota Vikings taking Emmanuel McNeil Warren, safety from Toledo. Look, they're getting older on the back end at the safety position. So I definitely think a guy like that, a young guy with a lot of swagger, could come in and be an impact player for them right away in that Brian Flores defense. So I got Minnesota taking Emmanuel McNeil Warren, safety out of Toledo. With the 19th pick, I got the Carolina Panthers taking Kenyon Sadiq, tight end from Oregon. Look, Teteroa McMillan was offensive rookie of the year, was outstanding. They added a guy like Jalen Phillips to go on the defense, to go along with their defense. I think they need more weapons, and they don't really have a solid every down tight end like that. So I think Kenyon Sadiq would be a really good addition for a young quarterback like Bryce Young. So I got the Carolina Panthers taking Kenyon Sadiq. With the 20th pick, once again, I still don't like y'all ass. 8 picks later, I still don't like you. Can't stand you. Y'all got y'all little 2 first-round picks for giving away Michael Parsons. But with the 20th pick, I got the Dallas Cowboys taking Akeem Mesidor, edge rusher from Miami. Like I said, Dallas needs defense, and more defense. And I think in this draft they would come away with a corner and an edge rusher. So that would be a really good start for them. With the 21st pick, the team hosting the draft, I got the Pittsburgh Steelers taking Avion Terrell, cornerback from Clemson. I think they could just use more cornerback. They tried to experiment with my boy Darius Slay last year. It kind of blew up in their face. So I think they're going to go for an established corner that could potentially start for them right away. With the 22nd pick, I got the Los Angeles Chargers selecting Blake Miller, tackle from Clemson. Look, whether it was due to injury or whatever the case may be, the Chargers offensive line absolutely stunk last season. And I think they just got to go offensive line. So I think Blake Miller from Clemson would be the pick there. And obviously a little bias here. My Go Birds. With the 23rd pick in the NFL draft, I got my Philadelphia Eagles taking Keldrick Falk, edge rusher from Auburn. Look, I know I'm not believing, I'm not accepting that we're trading AJ Brown yet. I understand that you got to eventually get the heir apparent for Lane Johnson, but I'm trying to win this year. I don't want to start thinking of 27. I'm trying to win in 26. And this team needs an edge rusher. You lose Jalen Phillips, you replace Jalen Phillips. So get the best edge rusher available in Keldrick Falk out of Auburn. Guy, very, very productive, prototypical edge rusher. And did it, though the team wasn't great, did his thing in the SEC. Also, stay tuned next week. I'm going to have a full 7-round mock draft for my Eagles next week. But you already know that first pick going to be Keldrick Falk. With the 24th pick, I got the Cleveland Browns selecting Jordan Tyson, wide receiver from Arizona State. Look, earlier you get you a tackle, later you get you a wide receiver, the best available wide receiver. Like I said, whoever the quarterback is, now he has a tackle and a wide receiver to help him out with the offense. With the 25th pick in the draft, I got the Chicago Bears taking Caden McDonald, defensive tackle from Ohio State. Chicago needs more to put more pressure on the quarterback. They feast off of a lot of turnovers last year. That's hard to sustain from year in and year out. So I think putting somebody along that defensive front could help wreak havoc. So that's what, if I was the Bears, that's what I would go with. With the 26th pick in the draft, I got the Buffalo Bills taking Cassius Howell, edge rusher from Texas A&M. Look, they had Joey Bosa, whatever last year. I think they go get another young, energetic edge rusher. He's a trash talker. You know what I'm saying? And he's very productive. So I think he would fit in really nice in Buffalo. So I got the Bills taking Howell with the 26th pick. With the 27th pick, I got the San Francisco 49ers taking T.J. Parker, edge rusher from Clemson. Look, they need to get to the passer. Joey Bosa is coming off of a major knee injury, his second one. He's also getting a little older, so he could use some help. So I think go and get a guy like T.J. Parker could definitely add, depth along that defensive front for them. With the 28th pick, I got the Houston Texans taking Caden Proctor, tackle from Alabama. Now, look, I know for my Eagles, a lot of people mocking us to him at 23 as an heir apparent to Lane Johnson. I'm ready. I'm in win now mode, so I went edge rusher. But Houston needs some offensive linemen. Like Houston need linemen, and I think Caden Proctor, that would be a perfect place for him to fall in Houston. So I got the Texans taking him at 28. With the 29th pick, I got the Kansas City Chiefs taking Caleb Banks, defensive tackle from Florida. Look, Chris Jones getting a little day and age, man. Like he needs a running mate, So you got the corner earlier in the first round with Mansour Delane. Now go get somebody that could get after the pass, and I think Caleb Banks would, if I was the Chiefs, would be the pick at that point. With the 30th pick in the draft, I got the Miami Dolphins taking Omar Cooper, wide receiver from Indiana. Look, they most likely won't do that. But, you rarely see a team that if they got 2 first-round picks, they take 2 wide receivers. Dolphins need some damn weapons. Like, you gave Malik Willis a little contract. You got Devin A-Chain back there. I'm taking Carnell Tate and Amari Cooper if I'm the Miami Dolphins. That's what I would do. If they both available at those picks, I'm taking 2 wide receivers to go along with Malik Willis. So I would have the Miami Dolphins taking Omar Cooper at the 30th pick. With the 31st pick, I got the New England Patriots taking Max Ian Anchor, tackle from Arizona State. I know I probably pronounced his name wrong, but if I'm New England, I'm going tackle. Look, because you got to at least push Will Campbell. Like, if it's me, my go Tigers. If it's me, I'm letting Will Campbell start another year to see if he could overcome that adversity. But it won't hurt to bring a tackle in to compete, or and maybe long term slide Will Campbell in at guard, and you got your tackle on the outside. So if I'm New England, I'm taking a tackle to put a little pressure on Will Campbell. And my final pick of this mock draft, first round pick, gotta give them their credit. The 32nd pick, the defending Super Bowl champs, Seattle Seahawks. I got them taking Colton Hood, cornerback from Tennessee. Look, we got their boy Reek Willing. Love the signing, by the way. So I think they should replace him with another corner in Colton Hood. And he's the best available corner at the back end of the first round. So, that's my mock draft. That's what I would do if I was the GM of each team and the draft went that way. Y'all could comment on what y'all agree with, what y'all disagree with, whatever it is, comment it down low and let me know what y'all think, man. But with that being said, man, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe. I have Philadelphia Eagles, NFL, and content on my other teams throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Go Birds.